There are people here. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Heather and your kids. Hi, Miss Ann. Hope you guys are having a great day today. I'm still trying to get my computer loaded up with Facebook Live so that I can see your remarks easier than on my phone. Because when my phone is facing down, I can't see what you guys are saying. So, just a second. I know it's here. Maybe I'll refresh it and see if that will help it find this live feed. I think it might be time to restart my computer. It is taking a long time. There I am. Yay, I finally found it. I really do know what I'm doing most of the time. All right. I'm going to wait just a couple more minutes for people to get going. And as she does every week, look, Art Kitty's here. Say hi to everyone, Art Kitty. Doesn't she look happy? She does not like to be held. She just comes for the water. Oh, she's not even going to take a drink today. I have to make sure I have fresh water on my desk because if there's too much paint in it, it could be bad for Art Kitty. I'm trying to see if I can get her to come over and play while we're waiting. She likes pom-poms. And I had pom-poms in my desk drawer. Let's see if she'll take the bait. I don't think she's gonna play. Nope. Okay. Cats are like kids. When you think they're going to do something, they won't. Okay, now that I moved the camera, she's playing. I got back. Oh, there she is. All right. Are we about done watching my cat really not play? Okay. Thank you for humoring me. I am that old lady with her cats. That is true. So, we're going to get started. Hi, everyone. It's Miss Jen at the Community Arts Center. We're keeping the arts alive. And today's class is based on the book called Too Much Glue. And I hope you guys had a chance to watch Ann Kelly's video, Reading Too Much Glue. If you haven't yet, as soon as class is over, I want you to go read it because it is such a neat book. I really like it a lot. And Ann Kelly is the owner of Young Hearts Books in Westmont. And you will want to go check out that book and go to her Facebook page and see what fabulous things she has. I ordered a game, facts about dog breeds, because I really love dog breeds, and so I'm looking forward to using that game when I get to spend time with preschoolers and with elementary kids, just figuring out the differences between all the different kinds of dogs. And I got that at Young Hearts Books. And Miss Ann connected with me, even though her store is closed, and I was able to leave money for her, and she left the cards for me, and it worked out perfectly. So, Too Much Glue is about a kid who the teacher at school kept saying, don't use too much, don't use too much. And there's times for paying attention to not using too much glue. And there's times for using a lot of glue. And so everything that we're going to do today is about glue. We're going to use glue today. So I hope you were able to get the supplies to do these with me. If not, let's do the video together, and then you guys can do the crafts later. So I'm really excited about this. All right. So the first thing we're going to do, just a minute, let me look at my list. Oh, the first thing we're going to do is use wax paper, or if you don't have wax paper at your house, plastic wrap. Either one will work okay. I just happen to have wax paper in my art studio because I use it for a lot of different projects. Rip. So we're going to need wax paper. We're going to need a cardboard tube, whether it's a toilet paper tube or paper towel, doesn't matter. You can use any of them. And, oh, well, of course, I painted the outside of my tube. My markers are not in my studio this morning. I loaned them out, so I painted this. But if you have markers and want to decorate the outside of the tube, that would be cool. You could glue paper to the outside of your tube and use more glue. The other thing we're going to need is tissue paper and a rubber band. Oh, scissors are for a different thing. Glue. And I think that's all we need. So let me put the camera down so you can see what's happening on my desk where all the fun stuff is. Ready? Go. And I'm going to move the camera a little bit so that I don't have to do things upside down for you guys to see. I hope you can see. Yeah, I think so. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is take some tissue paper, and I have more colors in my box over here. And these are all pretty colors. It's not going to take a whole lot of tissue paper, so I'm just going to rip a little bit off. I probably won't be happy with myself the next time I go to put some in a gift. Let's see. I'm going to use some of this pretty green. And how about some red? Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, Miss Jen's hands are looking pretty bad today. I have paint on them, and it looks like my fingernails are dirty, but really, they have a kind of paint stuck on them, and I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed. I couldn't get the paint off. So it's not that I haven't been washing my hands like we're all supposed to do. They are stained. All right, let's go back to our tissue paper, and I'm just gonna tear this into some little pieces. We really are only covering this much space, so we don't have to have very much tissue paper at all. So I'm going to do kind of small pieces so I can use more colors, because more colors are better. All right. Now, I'm going to take some glue. I'm going to open it up. Be sure when you're done using your glue that you twist that cap all the way down. Look at how dirty Miss Jen's glue bottle is. I've been painting and using glue. Okay, now I'm just going to, just a little bit of glue. We'll use a lot of glue in other projects. All right, I'm done using the glue. Twist that cap all the way up and then wipe off the top. What do you do when you have glue on your fingers? Well, you can use a paper towel, but you can also rub it into your other hand, and pretty soon it rolls up into balls and you can put it in the trash. Clean. That was easy. All right, now in this little puddle of glue I have, it's not very deep, I'm just going to put my tissue paper in it. Make it a little bigger than the end of the tube. And you know, this is easy stuff. You might be able to do this even without a big person helping you. Let's see, I want that pink to come into that green. I think that will be pretty. Let's see if that's big enough. Ooh, it is. All right, now we're going to do something that's kind of hard, because I don't know about you, but when I get started in a project, I want to finish it. But we can't finish this project right now. And so we're going to take this and set it aside, and at the end of our lesson time, we'll finish it up. So, oh, I see that Everett and Jackson and Aiden have joined us. I'm glad you guys are here. All right, so I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to do another project while that glue is drying. Now, some of our projects today are going to have time to dry after our class time. Okay, now I'm going to look at my list again. Next, we're going to make flowers using glue, and they're going to smell pretty too. So what we need for this is a piece of cardboard or cardstock. This is the back to one of my pieces of, or one of my tablets of drawing paper. We're going to need some regular paper. It can be colored or it can be white. You get to choose. I thought yellow would be nice. We're going to need the star of the day, glue. And we're going to need some Jell-O mix. Oh, this is cherry. It smells good. Well, actually, Miss Jen has something to say here. I went to the store to get Jell-O mix, and I forgot. So this is Kool-Aid mix, and I think it's going to work just fine. It might not be as bright as Jell-O mix is. So you can make your color be whatever color you want by what color Jell-O mix. So I'm going to draw a flower on my paper using a pen, but you can use a crayon or a marker or whatever you would like. And so I drew a circle, And then I'm making petals, but you can make your petals however you want to. If you would rather draw a car to do this, you could do that too. Your car would smell really nice though. So now comes the glue. Yes, the glue. It's ready. It's saying I'm ready. Can you hear that? The glue is ready. All right, I'm going to shake the glue so it comes from this end down to this end. And I'm going to draw a line for each of my petals. This is really good fine motor practice for our older preschoolers, the ones that are getting ready to go into kindergarten or even kindergarten first grade. It really works the control of your 3-point, the words are bad, 3-point grip or holdy thingy was all that was coming to my head. Okay, and I'm going to make a swirl inside the middle just because I think that will look cool. And then we're going to put glue into each of the petals. Oh, my friend Chris is hanging out with me this morning. Good morning, Chris. I hope you're doing well. And I see that Jody is here also. I like it when you guys come and hang out with me. All right, now I want for the glue to cover all of the paper. And look, there's lines so that the Jell-O isn't going to stick where there isn't any glue. So I could use a paintbrush and make those lines all go away, but that wouldn't be near as much fun as using my finger. So I'm going to smear that glue around inside the lines of the flower. Oh, I love the feeling of glue. I know there's some people that don't like gooey things, but I love gooey things. And glue is the gooeyest of all. So, oh, there we go. Now, those petals are all covered in glue. So I put my powder in one of these little cups so it was easier to use than in the packets. I have to get this glue off my finger. Rub, 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 rub. Oh, there was a lot on it, so it's taking a little bit longer. There we go. It's all in my hand and into my trash can. I really do have a trash can behind here. Promise. Okay, now I'm just going to sprinkle this on just like I would glitter. If you don't want to make yours scented, oh, this has turned out so cool. Then you could use sand for this if you have sand, or you could use glitter. This will work with glitter. I just thought that the Jell-O would make it smell really good. And if I had smell-o-vision, you would know that it works because this smells so cherry-licious. All right. And if you have some extra on your paper, you can shake it around until it all goes into the glue. Look how cool that is. And oh, it smells so good. All right, now we're going to set this over to the side a little bit because that glue is going to have to dry before we can finish that. That's the problem with glue. It takes a long time to dry, doesn't it? All right, I have some extra Jell-O on my cardboard. We're going to get rid of that. And by the way, the drink mix works just fine. All right, now our flower is going to need a stem and some leaves. So I want you guys to practice cutting a straight line. So I'm going to draw one straight line, two straight lines. And if you guys aren't allowed to use scissors yet, get your mom or your dad or whoever, whatever big person is with you to help you with this one. Parents, this is a great way for them to practice cutting with safety scissors, of course, because they're just cutting some straight lines. And a 4-year-old should be able to cut a straight line for sure. 3-year-olds just need to practice that motion. And so whatever they can get out, let's let them get it out. Okay, now, boys and girls, we're going to do a leaf. Now, leaves can look several different ways, but we're going to make easy leaves. These leaves are going to be an arc and an arc. An arc is a fancy word for part of a circle. And if you need help getting leaves put on paper, that's fine. Have someone else draw it for you. But then I would like, especially for you older kids, to practice cutting these out. And you know what? If leaves aren't perfect, it's okay. Sometimes bugs get in and eat part of the leaves away. And sometimes the leaves just don't turn out quite right. And so it's okay if leaves aren't perfect. Nature isn't perfect. And so it's okay if we portray nature that way. All right, I have one leaf, two leaves, and one stem. Are you ready to use some glue again? We are going to glue this onto our cardboard. Now, if you would like to decorate your cardboard with markers, you can do that. I'm not going to this time. I kind of like the brown color. The lid is closed. Miss Jen closed the lid and didn't even realize I did. And I'm going to draw a straight line onto the stem of my flower. If your stem looks different, that's okay. If you want to make a curvy stem, that's fine. All right. Then you just kind of press it down a little bit to get the glue stuck onto the cardboard. Okay. Now I'm going to glue the leaves on. And when I draw things, I like to glue the side that has the marks on it where I drew it onto the bottom. Now you can put your leaves wherever you want. Just leave plenty of room up here for our flower. This keeps wanting to, my stem keeps wanting to bubble up for some reason. I don't know why. All right. So we're just using a little glue to make some lines to go around our leaf so that every part of it holds down. All right. So now we have the stem, the leaves, and the flower. This part of the flower is called the petal. So we have learned 3 parts of flowers: stem, leaf, petal. Now guess what we need to do? we need to set these aside so we can do something else while this is drying. And then if it's dry enough, we can cut that out. All right, let me set this over here. Project number 2, waiting. Oh, I was checking my cool tuba scope, and it's looking pretty good. Okay, now you guys are going to come back up here with me for a little bit, because we're going to do a song. And this is a silly song, just so you know. Imagine Miss Jen doing a silly song. Oh, those of you that know me know I like being silly. So this is called Glue Glue, Stick to the Glue. What do you think's going to happen? Do you think we're going to pretend we have glue on our hands and get stuck? Well, if that's what you think, you are right. So this is the same tune as Lulu, Skip to My Lou. So, but it's glue, glue, stick to the glue. Glue, glue, stick to the glue, 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 stick to the glue, 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 stick to the glue. Stick to the glue, my darling. Glue, glue, stick to the glue. Glue, glue, stick to the glue, 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 stick to the glue. But what happened? Miss Jen needs to start this song over. See, that's what happens when you're not paying attention. I'm thinking of the Skip to My Lou song, and this is not that song. Glue, glue, skip to the... I love Facebook Live. I love it. Glue, glue, stick to the glue. Glue, glue, stick to the glue. But if one hand's covered with glue, you stick to the glue, my darling. Glue, glue, stick to the glue. Glue, glue, stick to the glue. Glue, glue, stick to my nose. Stick to my nose, my darling. Got it off. Next, we're going to pat our heads. Glue, glue, pat my head. Glue, glue, pat my head. Glue, glue, pat my head. Stuck to my head, my darling. Okay. Oh. Now, I'm going to fix my glasses. Glue, glue, fix my glasses. Glue, glue, fix my glasses. Glue, glue, fix my glasses. It's stuck to my glasses. What am I going to do? Oh, oh. Stick to my glasses, my darling. Okay. Now we're going to button our shirts. Glue, glue, button our shirts. Glue, glue, button our shirts. Glue, glue. Uh-oh. Button our shirts. Button our shirts, my darling. Glue, glue, stick to the glue. Glue, glue, stick to the glue. Oh no, it's happened again. My hands are stuck together now. Glue, glue. I wish you guys were here and could help unstick my hands. Stick to my glue. Stick to the glue, my darlings. Wash, wash, wash the glue off. Wash, wash, wash the glue off. Wash, wash, wash the glue off. Wash the glue off, my darling. Oh. Dry, dry, dry my hands. Dry, dry, dry my hands. Dry, dry, dry my hands. Dry my hands, my darling. Woo! That was a rough start getting that song going, but you guys hung with me and we got it done. That was silly. Our hands stuck to everything, just like glue sticks to everything. Oh, my goodness. Okay, the next thing is something that you definitely need a big person to help you with. We are going to make slime. Yes. Okay. So to make slime, let me get my supplies here. We need glue. And it's easier to pour more glue out of this big container. So we need a 1/2 cup measuring cup, contact solution, a container to mix it in, almost forgot, baking soda, and something to color it with. I am using food coloring, but you can use finger paints. You can use watercolors. So whatever you want to put in your slime. Now, I know a lot of parents don't like slime, but if you put things into the slime and put it in a bowl, and the rule is it doesn't go out of the bowl, then it's really good fine motor practice for the kids to get those little items out. Beads or those glass gems or marbles, little animals, not real animals, the little plastic animals that are about this size, that will work really well. So let's get started making the slime. Now, if you make the slime with clear glue, it turns out translucent, so you can see through it. If you use white glue, it turns out opaque. Today, we're making opaque slime. So it's going to stay white, and so the colors will be a little lighter. All right, so you guys going back down to the desk. See ya! Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is measure our glue. We also need something to stir our slime with for a little bit before we start using hands, because there's a point where it's pretty globby. This is a 1/2 cup measuring cup. So if you have older kids in the house, they could help with this and practice their measuring skills, because this is pretty forgiving if it's a little out of whack one way or the other. Now, I did a video earlier that had a version of slime called Corona slime, where I put alcohol into the slime so kids could play with it and sanitize their hands at the same time. But we're not doing that today, because preschool, alcohol, not a good mix. All right, so I thought I picked up a craft stick, boys and girls, and this is a fingernail file. But I'm getting the glue out of here anyway. It just makes a weird scrapey sound. All right, there we go. Now, I'm going to put some water in here. Let's see. Let's get this big glue bottle out of the way. All right, now I'm going to put some water in here, and I'm going to use that same measuring cup and just get about a 1/2 cup of water also. And I put about half of that in. We might need to add it in later. We might not. All right, so I'm just stirring this around to get the water and the glue incorporated, which is a fancy word for mixed all together. All right. I think it's going to need a little more water. I'm going to put a little more in. I have more water if we need to add more water in. Oh, look how soupy that's getting now. I think that's about right. All right, now for the baking soda. We need about a tablespoon of baking soda. And Miss Jen is really not much into measuring. So I'm just going to put, that's probably about a tablespoon. And I'm going to break up the clumps that are in there and then sprinkle the baking soda into the glue and water. All right. And now I'm going to stir these all up. The nice thing about slime is that it is pretty non-toxic. I mean, you wouldn't want to eat it, but all of the ingredients are used a lot for things we eat or things we use in our bodies. So, oh, let's make it colors. I'm not sure what color. I know. I want orange. Does anybody remember how we make orange? We mix red and yellow together and we get orange. All right. So, drip, 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 drip. There's the red. Here's the yellow. I'm going to put more yellow because I want it to be a bright, bright orange. Okay, now I'm going to take my stir stick and mix up all those colors. Oh, isn't that a pretty orange? This slime is going to be some of the prettiest slime I've ever made. All right, pretty soupy. It's not very slimy yet. Let's get the slime maker. All right, we're going to squeeze this in, and it takes about a tablespoon or two. So just squeeze it in and stir. Oh, it's starting to get gloppy. Stir and stir and stir. Oh my. We're going to need some more of this. I'm about to the point where I'm going to have to get my hands in there. That's the part I like. All right, little more. I think I may have gotten too much water in there. There we go. All right, now I'm going to stick my hands in here. Oh, yeah. But if you look, when I pull this up, there's still slime down in the bottom. So I'm going to squirt some of this down in the bottom. We'll get that part all goo up. The slime is almost done. So I have a tray here. And I'm just going to scoop this slime out onto the tray. Now, you'd have to make a bigger batch of this. Tigger, my supervisor, he watches everything I do here in my studio, is going to go into the slime. Anything you put in the slime, make sure that it's not something that's really important, because the slime could mess things up. These buttons are a little small for preschool. but for the younger preschoolers, the older ones will handle it fine. So this is where the fine motor comes in, to pull and then get the slime off of what they find. So that pinching action really has to be strong. Boys and girls, let me just tell you, this is so much fun. Oh my gosh. I like finding things in slime. Oh, there's a yellow button. How many buttons were in the slime? 1, 2, 3. 3 buttons in the slime. I think we should hide more. I love this game. Tigger, go in and find the buttons, buddy. Hoo, 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 buddy boy. Tigger is my favorite Winnie the Pooh character. Some people say I'm a little like Tigger, and maybe I am. Oh, Tigger's all stuck. He's got slime all over him. Do you see that? I hope you guys get to make slime and have fun with this. There's 1 button. Let's see what other. That's a pretty blue button. I like that one. Oh, there's a small brown button. 2. Here's another brown button. 3. So by giving kids something to do with the slime and limiting where they can play with it, it helps keep the slime under control, so you're not trying to pick it out of the carpet or refinishing your dining room table. Not that that's ever happened to me. All right. So I love making slime. I like the feel of slime. I like to squeeze it between my fingers. Oh, this is fun stuff. All right. Hear that noise? Do you guys like to make silly noises with the slime? I do. So you make a bowl, and then you close that air up in it. Then you hold it in your hand. Oh, it didn't make the noise. Oh my gosh, I'm disappointed. It's not doing it. Darn it. Anyway, we're having fun with slime, and we've used glue. How have we used glue today? We're making a tuboscope, which out of our tube, we're going to finish that in just a minute. We made a flower using glue and Jell-O mix. Then we made slime. Then we sang a silly song about glue. All right, I'm going to put the slime in here, and just like we do when we're done playing with toys, we put our things away. Ooh, and make noise, obviously. So I'm putting away my food coloring back in the box. I'm closing the lid to my contact solution so it's ready next time I want to make slime. I'm putting Tigger back over on the side. I've got the buttons put away. Now I'm going to put this tray away. Oh, there's the baking soda and the glue. Now everything is put away. All right, so now we have, let's go back and finish our tuboscope. We have our tissue paper and glue. It's still not quite dry, but it's good enough. I think we can do this. Now we need to draw a circle. Now, if you need something to draw around, you can use something to draw around. I have this round container. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. It's just a little circle. All right, so now I have a circle. I'm going to cut out that circle. If you need help cutting, ask a big person to help you. To be able to cut a circle is definitely developmentally a 5-year-old skill. So if your child is younger than that, give them props for anything that they're doing that's close. And close is good enough for this. All right, now I'm going to throw this away. And I'll put my scissors away and my pencil. Now is the easy part. We're going to take this and put it over the end of our tube and hold it in tight. Then take a rubber band to hold it in place. And now you can look through and see pretty colors. Let's see if I can get this going for you guys. Ooh, let's look at the light. I don't know if I can make this happen. Yes! Can you see it? That is so cool. Those bright colors. I really like this project. It looks pretty awesome. And if you use really bright colors, you'll be able to see through them, and it's really, really pretty. So it's like a kaleidoscope, but it's made from cardboard tubes, so we're calling it a tuboscope. That was a fun project. All right, we have one more project to finish. We have our flower that we made with Jell-O and glue. All right, back down to the desk you go. All right, this is still really wet, so I think it's probably going to take a couple hours to dry, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. So I'm going to get close, but not perfect. So again, this is great cutting practice, just following lines. Whatever they can do is fabulous. I'm going to have to clean my scissors off, boys and girls. I'm cutting through the glue. You definitely want to wait until the glue is dry. One last step after I'm done cutting the petals out. Now I'm going to glue this onto the stem. The stem, the leaves, the petals. All right, here we go. Let's move this out of the way. Slide over. All right, I'm just going to make a circle out of this glue. I didn't have it open all the way. Come on out, glue. Okay, Miss Jen must not have closed the glue up right. So I'm going to, for the sake of finishing this video time, there we go. I got too much glue. Look at all that glue. I'll just spread it around with my finger and take some of it off. And this is a lot of glue, so I'm not going to rub my hands together this time. I'm going to wipe them on a paper towel. All right. Now the flower is going to go onto the stem. And I'm I'm going to use my stick here to kind of tap it down in places. If you wait until your glue is dry, then you can just press it down so that it connects with the glue on the cardboard. Do you see? You can see glue up here, but this is where glue is magic. When it dries, it's clear. So it's okay if some of the white glue is showing, because it won't when it is all done. Look at how pretty that is. Now you could write a message. You can write your name. You could draw sunshine up here, or you could draw grass down here. You can add to this any way that you would like because you're the artist. I am so glad you guys hung out with me today and we got to use glue. What are all the ways we used glue? We glued tissue paper onto wax paper to make a tuboscope. We used glue so that the Jell-O would stick to the paper and make a scented flower. Oh, that smells so good. We used glue to glue the stems, the leaves, and the flower petals onto the cardboard. We used glue to make slime. And we pretended we used glue to stick our hands to our face and our hair and our nose and our shirts. Oh, we had such a good time using too much glue. This is Jen at the Community Arts Center reminding you to watch Ann Kelly's video with Young Hearts Books and watch her video called Too Much Glue. You guys will be laughing the whole way through that book. It is so funny, and Miss Ann does a great job reading it. Be watching our website for all the preschool camps that we are planning for this summer. And we even have some Zoom camps coming up in June. I would love to have you guys hang out with Miss Sydney and do art stuff with her for an hour a day in camp time. That's what we have for you today. I'm so glad you were here with us. This is Jen at the Community Arts Center, and I'm always going to remind you to put your stuff away, to be kind, and God bless you. Bye, slime.